He rides in fast with a mic in hand, boots on the ground, he's taking a stand. Talking top ropes and a steel cage fight. Dr. Love's bringing passion every Saturday night. From Nashville bars to the squared up stage, he's calling out legends, flipping the page. With a cowboy hat and a wild red heart, he's been loving wrestling from the very start. Yeah, he's Dr. Love, the American cowboy, taking down hate and bringing the joy. From pile drivers to a power bomb kiss, ain't nothing sweeter than a suplex bliss. Red, white, and boots of flame. Aaron loves wrestling, riding that fame. He's breaking the rules, but he's always true. This cowboy's heart bleeds red, white, and blue. Turn up the heat when the lights go low. He's calling matches like a rodeo show, with a rebel soul and a wild man's grin. If you step to the mic, you ain't gonna win. He's got love for the stories and love for the fight. Late night talks under neon lights. He'll walk that line between rough and refined. Dr. Love's got a lariat and a mastermind. Yeah, he's Dr. Love, the American cowboy, running on passion, not just a ploy. With fire in his voice and truth in his eyes, he's calling it live where the legend lies. Red, white, and boots of flame. Aaron loves wrestling, riding that fame. From the buckle to the brawl, he stands so tall. Dr. Love's here to give it his all. So raise your glass to the rebel host, to the cowboy doctor we all love most. From heartbreak heels to fan favorite cheers, he's been riding with wrestling for all these years. Dr. Love, the American cowboy. This ain't just a show, it's a power bomb. Love. He rides in fast with a mic in hand, boots on the ground, he's taking a stand. Talking top ropes and a steel cage fight. Dr. Love's bringing passion every Saturday night. From Nashville bars to the squared up stage, he's calling out legends, flipping the page. With a cowboy hat and a wild red heart, he's been loving wrestling from the very start. Yeah. Lights go down, the bell hell's about to rain. Aaron's in the booth talking about everything from WWE to you, classics and the rest. You know he's got the passion and he's bringing you the best. Aaron loves wrestling, feel that heat. Every finisher pop.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? This is Aaron Loves Wrestling Podcast, and I am Dr. Love himself, Aaron, and I am here to talk about Friday Night SmackDown. That's right, the A Show. I'm just kidding, but I do love SmackDown. It's my favorite brand just because it's blue. SmackDown always been my favorite brand. But we had a really good SmackDown show last night. I enjoyed every single bit of it, and I am glad that it looks like we may have a Cody Rhodes heel turn coming. I don't know. After his actions last night, which we'll talk about here in a minute, we will see what's going on, Johnny. Nice you joined the chats. Johnny said that SmackDown he was not bored, and SmackDown is A+. Yep, SmackDown was an A+ show last night. I enjoyed it. Raw was really good this past week as well, and NXT. But we are going to talk about SmackDown night. So I'm going to talk about. If you go into the YouTube description below, you can get yourselves a Prince Nana coffee. Click the link and get yourself some Prince Nana coffee. It's very delicious. I highly recommend it. Had me a cup today, and I enjoyed every single sip of it. So go get yourself some Prince Nana coffee. Click the link below and purchase some Prince Nana coffee. Also, there's W Energy. Use the promo code Aaron Loves Wrestling. Get 10% off of your W Energy purchase. And also get iDrink. That's iDrink with a Q. .com and get yourself some delicious iDrink. It's clean energy without caffeine. It's really good. Go to the website. Check it out. I highly recommend it. And now let's get into the SmackDown review show. We kick it off with the man himself, the WWE champion, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. Yeah, we had Cody Rhodes come out. The crowd was chanting Cody. We had a little preview before he came out with what happened at Crown Jewel against Seth Rollins. Cody Rhodes came up short. So now he's coming out, and he is talking about the aftermath, what happened. He said that he said this. He said he don't think him and Seth should ever be in the ring again. They don't need to be in the ring again, ever again. Which I have a feeling they will. I have a feeling they will be in the ring again. Seth Rollins has issues with Braun and the Oracle. If you watch this past Monday Night Raw, Braun Breaker speared Seth Rollins, and Paul Heyman aligned himself with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, leaving Seth Rollins down on the mat with Braun Breaker holding up that WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So we'll see where that is going to happen. I think it's going to be a triple threat match with CM Punk, LA Knight, and Braun Breaker for that WWE World Championship. Maybe, just maybe, a fatal four-way adding Jey Uso. But I don't think we need that one again, but we will see. But Cody Rhodes says he needs to handle business on SmackDown. He is the man, the WWE champ on SmackDown, and that he is here to watch the number one contenders match that was advertised that night between Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu. All gas, no breaks with it. Yep. Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre, which I was curious of how the night was going to take place when this was all announced. They were hyping this up because there was a report that came out earlier yesterday saying that Jacob Fatu was dealing with a non-related wrestling injury. And then it's expected for him to miss the rest of the year and even going in through half of the year next year. So I'm curious of what happened, what's the injury, and what's going on, because I'm highly concerned with him being out this long with this kind of injury. So I'm curious of what's going to happen there. But yeah, Cody Rhodes He said he's here for that number one contenders match. He mentioned Drew McIntyre, and the fans didn't like Drew McIntyre that much. They gave it some boos, and then he mentioned Jacob Fatu, of course, a little pop for the Samoan Werewolf. But he said he is going to be in attendance for the number one contenders match tonight. Later, we cut backstage to Solo Sikoa, the MFTs, My Family Tree, and Ray Phoenix going backstage, and they had a little discussion, and then it ended into a fight, a backstage brawl, which they had the big, tall Talatunga throwing Ray into the wall there, and the WWE officials come out and they break it up, and then that's the end of that. Then it cuts to Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, the queen of WWE, putting the WWE women's tag team championships on the line against Soruka and Zarya from NXT, which is a great tag team. Hopefully they get called up to the main roster here soon, because that would be a great for the tag team division. Cutting back to Jacob Fatu, Johnny said Drew McIntyre did not attack him. I think it was MFT. It's a possibility. I got my thoughts on that later, but we'll get to that shortly. Because I have something that they might be throwing us a swerve here. So I'll explain later. Also, during this women's tag team title match, we had the glamorous Blake Monroe at ringside. She was watching this match, so be curious if she gets caught up to the main roster as well. We might see Blake Monroe and Tiffany Stratton in a feud. I think that would be a great feud. But we had Soruka and Zarya going up against Bliss and Flair, which was a great women's tag team match. I thought it was a phenomenal women's tag team match. And Soruka, to me, has one of the best women's finishers, probably the best women's finisher in the game today with that Soul Snatcher. I think that's a fantastic finishing move. And I think she will be a great addition to the SmackDown women's roster on the singles side, competing for either the United States Championship or even the WWE Women's Championship. She is a star. She's great, and great in the ring, and she's great on the mic. So hopefully soon we'll see Soruka on the main roster. Also, Zarya is pretty good herself. But we had the women's tag team champions retain. We had Blake Monroe, of course, sitting at ringside. You know, whoever's sitting at ringside is going to get involved in one way or another. And of course, Blake Monroe did, and it cost Soruka and Zarya the WWE Women's Tag Team titles, which Flair and Bliss retained, which I love their tag team. Their tag team is pretty good, in my opinion. I'm a fan of it. I'm behind it, and keep them as champs for a little while longer. I don't know who will dethrone them. I think Zaruka would be a great team to dethrone them and go up to the main roster. But we will see later in the future. But we still got Bliss and Flair, still your WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. We also go backstage. We got the man himself, WWE Champ Cody Rhodes, walking around, and he is stopped by the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. And they were backstage face to face. Fatu welcomed Cody Rhodes to the Bay Area, gave him a good warm welcome to San Jose, and he said that when he is finished dog walking Drew McIntyre in the number one contenders match, he will show up and be a problem for Cody Rhodes in that WWE Undisputed Championship. He told Cody that he is all gas and no brakes with it. That's right. He'll beat Cody Rhodes from coast to coast. And so we will see. Sadly, Fatu is out. I'll get to that here later. But I was hyped. I was wondering what this going on, that everything that was going online was some kind of dirt sheet drama. You know how that can be sometimes. So I was like, man, well, maybe Fatu is not really injured. You know, they was playing this the whole night. You know, they was going through all night. We had a great video vignette with Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. They're actually married in real life, and it's really cool to see them paired up together. I really do believe that seeing these two together will be fantastic, especially on the SmackDown roster. I really want to see Aleister Black in the main title picture. I do. He is a star. He's got aura around him, and the look. I mean, it could be the new top dark character, the singles one, kind of like Undertaker on SmackDown. And adding Zelina Vega to it adds a nice touch, um, especially that is his wife. But yeah, Black says that they are what they would call a necessary evil on SmackDown. Zelina says the venom isn't poison; it's salvation. In the promo clip, so that is uh, that is what we'll get with them two. I think there'll be a great dark pair to add together. Yeah, I would be afraid to have a snake on me like that too, brother. I don't do well with snakes. Get snakes away from me. Snakes are a no for me. So next we cut to uh, the Miz backstage with Nick Aldis, and they're chit chatting. And you had Sami Zayn show up, saying he's going to do the open challenge, and Nick Aldis was concerned about MFT getting involved again. Sammy says he's going to do it anyway. He walks away, and then the Miz says that Nick Aldis says there's something else. Miz said, "Nah, he's good. He's good." So I knew right then and there Miz was going to accept the open challenge, and he did. He came out, but he got attacked from behind by Carmelo Hayes, which Carmelo Hayes, I can't wait till he gets his shine. I can't wait till he gets the boost and he gets the WWE United States Championship. He is great talent, and I think one day him winning the WWE United States Championship will be a good thing, especially now that we got the return of the Mad Dragon himself, Ilya Dragunov. When I saw that the Miz got attacked and Carmelo Hayes and the Miz went off stage, I was like, okay, who else? I thought it might be Solo Sikoa, to be honest. I thought it might be Solo Sikoa coming out for the open challenge, and all of a sudden, Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov music hit, and I literally jumped out of the couch, and I was so excited because of my boy, after over a year being out due to a knee injury that occurred last year. I think it was right after WrestleMania or before after WrestleMania 40. And he's been out that long, and I've been missing him ever since. And it was good to see. Yeah, that is right, Johnny. It was good to see Dragunov back in WWE, especially on SmackDown. That's a great place for him. He was on Raw the last time we saw him, and then they moved him to SmackDown. He answered the open challenge, and I did not expect for Dragunov to win. I didn't. But they had a banger of a match, a fantastic A++ match for me, in my opinion. Solo Sikoa came out for the distraction on Sami Zayn. And then we had Sami Zayn Ilya Dragunov defeat Sami Zayn for the WWE United States Championship and become the new United States Champion, which, by the way, now Dragunov got he got a neck tattoo, which looks pretty cool. Looks like a dragon, I think. I couldn't get a real close-up. But if someone get a good close-up, you can chime up, comment below and let me know. But I think it was a dragon, it looked like. But yes, Ilya Dragunov is your new WWE United States Champion. SmackDown's getting real mad because SmackDown's gone mad because you got the WWE United States Champion, the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov, and you got the WWE Women's United States Champion, the Beautiful Madness, Julia. So SmackDown's gone mad now. I enjoyed seeing this match. Again, this match was a banger from start to finish. Ilya Dragunov looked like he didn't skip a beat. And him and Sami Zayn put on a phenomenal match. Again, I gave it A++++, 5-star classic in my opinion, 10 out of 10. I love this match. This was the match of the night for me. And I enjoyed it. I could have ended SmackDown right there on a high note with Ilya Dragunov and Sami Zayn. They put on a great match. And seeing Ilya Dragunov win the United States Championship was fantastic. But the celebration was cut short by MFT. They attacked both men afterwards. Out comes Rey Fenix, but he is stopped by the MFT, and they beat them down. And then after the beatdown, the lights go out. The lights go out. And, of course, no, it wasn't The Undertaker. Although Yeah, I do miss that. Seeing the Undertaker and that bell gong, I do miss it. But seeing the Wyatt Six, and I'm glad that they are getting a good push. And I love the promo that uh, that Uncle Howdy cut, Bo Dallas. So I enjoyed that, and it's good to see that the uh, Wyatt Six are getting a good push on uh, Friday Night SmackDown. I enjoyed it very much so. So we cut to a highlight from the WWE Women's Crown Jewel Championship, which that was a fantastic match as well between Stephanie Vaquer and Tiffany Stratton. We had got a second glimpse at that highlight, which I've watched twice already because it was a great match. And then we had Kathy Kelly backstage with the WWE Women's Champion herself, Tiffany Stratton. She tells Kathy that she won't pretend that she is happy about losing, but Stephanie is a great champion and took her to her limits. And she has been undefeated for a year and one loss, one change. I did not realize that Tiffany Stratton was undefeated. I did not realize that she was undefeated. So she's being pushed as a undefeated WWE Women's Champion right now. We'll see. And now that she finally got her loss, we'll see who will dethrone her as the WWE Women's Champion. I'm curious of who will that be. I would prefer it to be Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill's a star, and I think she would be a great WWE Women's Champion. And have her win the WWE Women's Championship will be will be good for her, and it'll be fresh for the SmackDown Women's division. I wouldn't even mind Julia winning. I wouldn't even mind some call-ups. Maybe join Grace, or she hasn't won the NXT Women's Championship yet, but join Grace. She'll be good call up. She's ready, in my opinion. I think she'll be great on the SmackDown's roster. Maybe even Blake Monroe. That'd be good. So we'll see what takes place with that and who will dethrone Tiffany Stratton as a WWE Women's Champion. We also got Kiana James coming in, interrupting Tiffany, and says she didn't have what it takes. She only represents talent like Julia. Tiffany. Hold on here. So, yeah, Tiffany tells her that maybe she doesn't have it. Those who can do and those can't represent. She challenges her to a match next week. Kiana accepts. So next week we're going to get Tiffany Stratton facing off against Kiana James. I think that's going to be a great match. Kiana James will star herself. I think her being paired with Julia is good. Rub on her, and I think it's going to help elevate her on that women's roster. Then we get the Motor City Machine Guns little video from earlier in the day, and they cut a little promo. And I love Motor City Machine Gun. In my opinion, they need to be put back. The WWE titles need soon be put back on them. I love Motor City Machine Guns. They're a great tag team. I grew up watching them in TNA, and it's great to see them still going today in WWE. I never thought I'd see them in WWE, but here we are, and they're a SmackDown tag team roster. SmackDown tag team roster is loaded. Okay, WWE Raw's tag team roster needs some boost. Seeing the Motor City Machine Guns going over to Raw, in my opinion, will be a good, fresh start. It'd be something fresh for Raw, and they could dethrone Judgment Day for those titles, and maybe having them as champions and keeping the titles on White Six will be a better fit. So, yeah. Here comes Angel and Berto. They come out, and we don't have Escobar anymore. He was released, so we'll see what's next for Santos Escobar. So now Angel and Berto are on their own. They tell Motor City Machine Guns that when they started, they looked like a Ferrari, and now they look like grandfather's lawnmowers. That was a great line right there. It was a great line. Simon asked them if they remember who they beat in their first match, and it was them. That's true. If you recall, when Motor City Machine Guns came back, they beat them. So now we got Los Garza and Motor City Machine Guns in a tag team match, which I thought was a phenomenal tag team match, as always, because it has Motor City Machine Guns, but also Los Garza was in there, and they're a great tag team themselves. I love that they were the AAA tag team champions. Even them getting the WWE tag team titles would not be a bad look either. I think They held those AAA tag team titles really well, and they did great as champions. I think that might have been a little teaser to put on them to see how they would do as tag team champions, and them being AAA tag team champions was great. Hopefully, we'll get to see them as WWE tag team champions. The winners of this match was the Motor City Machine Guns, and then we get Fraxium backstage who are watching the match, and they talk about the tag team division on SmackDown, which they're awesome because you also got DIY as well, who comes in and tell Fraxium that they will not win the tag team titles. Champion says that they will. They have been staying out of the way. That way, the Street Profits cannot point their fingers at them. And now the Street Profits are choke artists. Fraxium are delusional. And Los Garza are losers. Axiom challenged Gargano to a match, and Fraxium leave the locker room. So it looks like we're going to get Axiom versus Johnny Gargano, which I think is going to be a phenomenal match next week on Friday Night SmackDown. SmackDown, don't go see on SmackDown. To me, SmackDown's got a lot of great talent on the show. So SmackDown, to me, has a lot of great. I mean, Raw does too. Raw and SmackDown both have great talent. NXT has great talent. I mean, you got great talent all across the board in WWE. So just seeing proper, storylines, better matches, with some of these stars, you can build some new stars, especially some single stars, since we're having so many injuries. I mean, I was looking at the list of injuries for WWE alone. I even did a video of it. You can go check that video out. It is a big list. Now we got Fatu out. Now we got Seth Rollins out. And my goodness, we need some star power to come back. So building some up there already on the main roster or calling them up from NXT. I think calling up Obafemi would be great. Calling him up and going after the Intercontinental title or going after the United States title or just calling him up in general and just having a good push on either roster and being pushed as the monster, the ruler that he is. And then eventually that could get him a title shot. But they need some call-ups, in my opinion. And Obafemi, I think, is right. Trick Williams is right. Trick Williams, he pretty much done everything on NXT. He's even won the TNA World Championship. Did great there at holding that title and then giving Mike Santana his proper push. And now Mike Santana is the new champion. Hopefully we'll get Trick Williams on the main roster here shortly. So back from the commercial break, we get Nick Aldis and WWE officials they're with Jacob Fatu backstage because he was attacked. He was attacked backstage. He was bleeding as well. Got to see some blood of WWE. And this is my theory here. I don't think, as Johnny said, MFT attacked Jacob Fatu. I don't even think Drew McIntyre did. I think it was Cody Rhodes himself, and they were seeing a slow heel turn with American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. I think he was threatened by Jacob Fatu, and I think he took him out of the picture so he wouldn't lose his WWE Championship and also lose it again. So I think it was Cody Rhodes. I think it was Cody Rhodes who attacked Jacob Fatu. I really do. I really believe it was Cody Rhodes. We still had Drew McIntyre out in the ring, and out comes the general manager himself. Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis are awesome general managers. I would love to see the draft brought back, and I would love to see brand warfare brought back because I think both of them can sell it. Because when we had it back in the day with Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff and how they made it seem like it was so personal and it was a huge rivalry, like we were watching the Yankees and the Red Sox, I thought that was fantastic, and we need that again, in my opinion, in WWE. And after Survivor Series War Games this year, go back to the traditional Survivor Series format and have it where it's brand warfare, and we can get Raw versus SmackDown. They can make that the WWE game again, WWE Raw versus 2K Raw versus SmackDown or something. Bring that back because I loved it when it was Raw versus SmackDown. We didn't see these the superstars, the wrestlers, going from show to show, bouncing back and forth. We didn't see Cody Rhodes just randomly show up on Raw, even though he's on SmackDown. We didn't see Seth Rollins either. Keep it strictly, branded. Cody Rhodes SmackDown, he's on SmackDown. Only when we have cross-promotional PLEs or the brand warfare type PLEs, I think that would be great for them to cross-promote going from show to show. But keep them like Cody on SmackDown, Rollins on Raw, and whoever is on the SmackDown roster, keep them on SmackDown and vice versa Raw. And then bring back that brand warfare. And I think Pierce and Aldis can sell it and do good do great at it and selling, SmackDown's superior brand. No, Raw's a superior brand. So I think it'll be great to bring that back, have a draft, and do it after WrestleMania, kind of like the NFL. They do it after the Super Bowl. Can't have the draft after WrestleMania. They can have it on draft week of the NFL to kind of sell that sport aspect, especially now that they're with ESPN. They could do that next year after WrestleMania, have the draft, a little brand warfare going on, and then you have them, in my opinion, this is what I would like for them to do instead of what we had back in the day. Have it to where, Raw and Smack, we could have where everybody is a free agent, okay? Everybody's basically a free agent, and then Raw and SmackDown's they're going to draft. There's no, and then they can pick and have a completely different roster. Or we can have the rosters as they are, and then they can be utilized as trades for a trade pick to draft from NXT. Have it just be for NXT, kind of like the NFL. They draft from the college, have them draft from the developmental brand of NXT, even WWE Evolve, even TNA, AAA. We got all these other promotions affiliated with WWE now. They can utilize that and use the current superstars to trade for draft picks. So I'm going to trade Cody Rhodes to Raw for 2 draft picks. I'm going to trade Roman Reigns to SmackDown for 3 draft picks, something like that. And then they can utilize those draft picks to draft from NXT, WWE Evolve, AAA, and even TNA. And I think that'll be great for them to do, in my opinion. I think that'll be fun. But back to the SmackDown review with Drew. Back to what I was saying. We had Nick Aldis come out. He tells Drew that he doesn't know what happened with Fatu, but it is bad. He says if he finds out that if Drew had anything to do with it, that Drew cuts him off and says he had nothing to do with that. I don't believe him. It wasn't Drew McIntyre. I believe it was Cody Rhodes. I really do. He was threatened by Jacob Fatu. Fatu came up to him and basically was a threat. I think it was I think it was Cody Rhodes who attacked Jacob Fatu. I honestly believe it was. He always has to jump through hoops. He tells Aldis that they know each other. They've known each other for 20 years. I didn't realize McIntyre and Aldis known each other for that long. He says he better not be working for corporate Cody. And then out comes Cody Rhodes, who says enough, and that's why I think Cody Rhodes was the one behind attacking Jacob Fatu. Him getting so defensive right here, getting jumpy. So I think it was Cody Rhodes. And then Cody comes out and said they should give the fans something right now. And he put the title on the line. WWE Undisputed Championship match with Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. Cody Rhodes fought in a suit. Yes, he fought in a suit. So as they were battling in and outside the ring, when they got to the outside of the ring, Cody Rhodes hit Drew McIntyre with the WWE title belt, which resulted in a disqualification. So by disqualification, by DQ, Drew McIntyre won. But due to the rules, the championship does not change hands, and Cody Rhodes is still your WWE Undisputed Champion. Which I don't even know why we're calling it the Undisputed Championship anymore. The Universal title is retired, so just call it the WWE Championship. That's what I'm going to do. I'm calling it the WWE Championship. Cody clears the announce table, but Cody with a rake to the eyes. Drew with the rake to the eyes. Drew lifts Cody onto his shoulders, but Cody with elbow to the face, and then he slams Drew face first onto the announce table, and then with both of them on the announce table, Cody grabs Drew. But out comes Nick Aldis and the security, and they break it up. Cody gets away from security, and then he climbs top rope and with a splash onto Drew and the WWE security. Cody gets in the ring, and the officials hold Drew back. And then that is the end of SmackDown. I think we're going to get Cody versus Drew at either Saturday Night Main Event, or we're going to get it soon with the at another PLE. I wonder if they're going to do Bad Blood. I really do. I wonder if they're going to do WWE Bad Blood. It doesn't look like it. We got it last year, but it doesn't look like we're going to get it again. I think if we did do it, having Cody and Drew in it in the first blood match or something like that, or in a Hell in a Cell match like what we had last year with Drew and Punk, I think this would be great. It'll be a great way in the feud, and that would be a great way for Drew to win and be the new WWE champion. I love Cody, and I love Cody as the WWE champion. But if we get Drew as WWE champion, it'll be a fresh start, and it'll be good for SmackDown. Maybe we can even see Cody go to Raw, and he can hold the World Heavyweight Championship if Seth Rollins is going to be out. And you have CM Punk and Cody go back and forth. I don't know. Just spitballing here. But having Drew win the title from Cody, either at Saturday Main Event or if they do a WWE Bad Blood PLE, which I don't think they're going to. We're almost at the end of the month, so I don't believe it's going to happen. It'd be great if it happened, but I don't think it is. We'll get Saturday Night Main Event, and that's probably where it's going to happen unless they save this match for Survivor Series War Games. Cody and Drew don't have to be in any Survivor Series War Games type match. So maybe we'll see this championship match take place at Survivor Series. It might be a good place for Drew McIntyre to win the championship. And it's funny how they're calling Cody Corporate Cody, or Drew's calling Cody Corporate Cody. Corporate Cody. I remember earlier this year we had that little discussion, and it was, he was going to join The Rock. Is this a teaser that we're going to see Cody sell his soul to The Rock? Is it? Is that why he attacked Jacob Fatu? Will we see this take place at Survivor Series War Games? I don't know. It's looking suspicious, and it's adding up, in my opinion. Seeing having all this corporate Cody talk, having being a little heelish last night. Maybe we'll see it. Maybe we'll finally see Cody sell his soul to The Rock. And maybe it'll lead to a story where we'll have Cody versus The Rock at next year's WrestleMania. Maybe. I think The Rock has only a couple of matches left in him. And I know he's probably going to want to have a match at the WrestleMania 43 Saudi Arabia show. So someone pitched that the only last two opponents will be good for The Rock are Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. We can get Cody Rhodes this year and Roman Reigns next year. Cody Rhodes next year for WrestleMania 42, and then Roman Reigns the following year at 43. Maybe it'll happen. I don't know. But we got corporate Cody going around. That name flying. So let me know what you think. Do you think it's corporate Cody? Do you think he's going to sell his soul or not? Let me know in the comments. Do you think Cody attacked Jacob Fatu? Or do you think it's somebody else? Do you think Drew actually did it? Or do you think it was somebody else? And if so, who? Let me know in the comments. I think it was Cody. I think Cody Rhodes did it. We're going to see a slow heel turn for Cody Rhodes, which I think would be great. It would be fresh. And, man, I would love to see Cody bring a form of the Bullet Club back in WWE. Have him link up with Finn Balor. Maybe even Shinsuke Nakamura, who also is a former Bullet Club member. Maybe add some new faces, or maybe I just had a thought. What if we had Cody Rhodes aligned with Braun Breaker, and we have maybe even Dominic added to it, and have a new form legacy. Maybe. But I don't know. We will see. I think it would be cool. But maybe we'll get heel Cody, and it will lead up to Randy Orton. And we'll have Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. Heel Cody versus babyface Randy Orton. Everybody loves Randy. Everybody loves Randy. So maybe we'll see that. But even if Randy Orton turned heel right now, I don't think the fans will even boo him or hate him as they should because he's a heel. I don't think. So maybe do it to Cody. And we have heel Cody versus babyface Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. Possibility. Maybe we do have this stipulation match with Cody and Drew, and Randy's the reason Cody loses the match, and Drew is the new WWE champion. Randy comes in and he RKO's Cody Rhodes and cost him the WWE championship. It's a possibility. But that's SmackDown for you. That's SmackDown for you. Johnny really does believe that MFT is the one to attack Jacob Fatu. Maybe. Sounds like an MFT thing to do, but I still believe it's Cody Rhodes. I really do. I really do believe it was Cody. With that being said, right now, thank you for the SmackDown, for joining me for the SmackDown review. Follow me on X. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Threads. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm almost at 300. I want to at least get to 500 by the end of the year. My goal is 1,000 overall, but at least 500 by the beginning of 2026. We can work on 1,000 next year. I appreciate everybody who subscribed to my channel so far. I appreciate everybody for supporting Aaron Loves Wrestling, supporting the brand, and just loving professional wrestling. Everybody, I see a lot of I see some podcasts out there and they're just for one company, for they're one-sided. They're just WWE, just AEW. But I'm here to do it all because I love both companies. I love WWE and I love AEW. I got a little, I guess you could say I got a little tribalistic there with a lot of things WWE was doing, but I'm just going to let it go and just enjoy the show. And let it go. But I'm just going to let it go and enjoy the show. Okay? They do their corporate thing. They do their business thing. Will upset me, yeah, but I'm still going to love WWE. I'm still going to get involved with WWE. I'm still going to love the wrestlers and support the wrestlers because I love professional wrestling, especially when it comes to AEW and WWE. I love both of them. I love TNA. I love New Japan as well. I love CMLL. I love AAA. I love even Major League Wrestling and Game Changer Wrestling. Really love that Game Changer Wrestling. But yeah, I love professional wrestling. I also love, first and foremost, overall, I love my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So you can go check out my Elite Bible Devotions. I'll have another episode next week. So tune in for that. I appreciate everybody coming in for the chats. I also love sports. I share about sports. So if you love Jesus, you love wrestling, and you love your sports, subscribe, follow this channel. Because yes, I love professional wrestling, but I love Jesus more overall, and I love sharing the word of God, the light, the truth of the world. And I also love sports. I love my Dallas Cowboys. I love Jacksonville Jags. I love Texas Longhorns, Hook'em, who just beat Oklahoma as soon as last week. I was so excited. And then we had and then I also love Dallas Stars, which is on the high street. They had their first loss the other night. But I think they're still going to be great. I still think they're going to Stanley Cup. I really do. I must also love my Texas Rangers in baseball. Love the Dallas Mavs. Overall, grew up a Mavs fan. Dirt and Whiskey got me into the Dallas Mavericks. And I love Luka. So I got my Luka Laker jersey. And I'm liking the Lakers too. Only for Luka. Wherever he goes next. Hopefully he returns to the Mavericks. Wherever he goes next, I'll support Luka anywhere. That's my boy. But I love Dallas Mavericks. I'm getting behind the new team. Cooper Flag, 83, Kyrie Irving, Max Christie. Love these guys. So I think they're going to do better this year than last year. We recovered from the injuries. Kyrie Irving will be back at some point this year from his injury. So I think Dallas Mavs are good to go. We got the season starting this Tuesday. Not for the Mavs, but we got the season starting this Tuesday. NBA season kicks off. And the next week, Dallas Mavs basketball kicks off, and I can't wait. I'm also getting into that soccer, Premier League and MLS. It's pretty fun. So I'm starting to get into that. Don't really have a team just yet. Just kind of watching and enjoying it, but enjoying some of that soccer. But overall, love professional wrestling. Tune in tonight with me and Devin, the Tribal Chief. That's right, Devin, the Tribal Chief. We're going to be doing an AEW Wrestle Dream watch along. We got AEW Wrestle Dream tonight. It's going to be a banger of a show. It's going to have some great matches. And me and Devin are going to be live tonight for AEW Wrestle Dream. We're going all elite tonight, so join us tonight. And at some point, I'm going to begin the SmackDown watch along, so stay tuned for that. Might be the 2 weeks from now, not next Friday, but that Friday after that. But tune in for that. Also, tune in for next month because I'm going to AEW Dynamite November 5th. Can't wait. Tune in to see the pictures and the videos and and everything from that. So tune in to my socials for that. Follow me on my socials. Aaron Loves Wrestling on X/Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Threads. Subscribe to YouTube. Like this. Let me know your comments about SmackDown. Let me know what you think about Cody. You think he attacked Jacob Fatu, or do you not think he attacked Jacob Fatu? Do you think it was somebody else? Let me know in the comments. But that is it for this episode. I love all y'all. Just remember, love Jesus Christ first and foremost overall. Love professional wrestling and in the travelers. Love professional wrestling. Peace out, y'all.
Lights go down, the bell's about to ring. Aaron's in the booth talking about everything from WWE to you, classics and the rest. You know he's got the passion and he's bringing you the best. Aaron loves wrestling, feel that heat. Every finisher pop,